Hello, I'm Kyle Bradshaw, and this is Leigh Anderson, and welcome to this Cruiser Customizing Warm Weather Buying Guide. When it comes to riding your motorcycle in warm weather, it can be dangerous if not properly equipped or prepared. There are several things that we can do as riders to protect ourselves from the heat.
Well, there are a lot of things, Kyle, that we can do to stay protected while we ride but still be comfortable in the hot weather. It's really difficult sometimes to ride when it's really, really hot. You need to realize that there are some options available beyond just shorts and a t-shirt.
So for some of those features, we're going to have cooling vests from Technique as well as several other manufacturers that you soak in water. You then take it out, shake it out, put it on your body. What happens is that vest will then evaporate the water that's in there, and that evaporative cooling allows you to stay extremely cold or cool while riding down the road.
Definitely. And you also want to have gear that's going to be able to flow the air, because of course the wind is cooler than the air temperature around you. The more you can get air to flow, the more you're going to feel comfortable, and that's why mesh is so popular.
So there's a plethora of mesh jackets out there from manufacturers across the board. And there are some key differentiators when it comes to the price points of the jackets and what you get for that price point.
Well, I should let you know, Kyle, that mesh fabric technology has improved tremendously in just the last few years. Now most manufacturers are using a very, very lightweight but still very dense mesh material that is almost as protective as a regular nylon or leather material. It's great.
There's going to be different meshes you're going to see out there. You're going to see a really fine weave mesh and you're going to see a very coarse weave mesh, but they're really not all created equal.
Definitely, and there are a lot of features too that can make it even more protective, or potentially a lower cost too if you didn't want those features.
As with any riding jacket, you're going to want to make sure the jacket fits properly. You don't want it really loose or really baggy, because if you go down, that jacket's going to climb up and you're going to end up getting road rash or abrasion on your body.
And if it does have protective padding in there or extra impact protection like CE armor, it needs to be in the right place to do its job.
Now Leigh, we're not only talking about mesh jackets. You also have mesh pants, mesh gloves, mesh boots. You can cover your entire body with mesh, which will actually keep you cooler than riding in just a t-shirt or even a pair of shorts.
Really, because it will flow the air and not keep your skin exposed to the sun. That actually can make you even hotter.
Now, one of the biggest differences you're going to find in all of the jackets out there and pants that are out there as well is the fact that the levels of protection or warmth are going to be different. For example, the least expensive mesh jacket you can get is going to be just that, a mesh jacket. No internal liners.
Some of them, yeah. Some of them have no internal liners, no extra padding, no extra features. It's almost like a jersey.
So for today's buying guide, we want to choose the full mesh jacket with 0 liners as the good jacket. This is going to provide lots of features and benefits to be able to keep you cool in the summertime while riding down the road.
From Tourmaster, we have our Poker Run line, which is a little bit above that. It is fully mesh constructed, but it does come with a waterproof, windproof liner. So at least you're going to get a little bit of extra element protection if it should be a little bit colder or damp. So this full mesh jacket from Poker Run is $99. So it's got a little bit of protection, a little bit of extra feature with that rain guard barrier, but it's still a pretty basic jacket for a pretty low price. And something else that separates this from perhaps a basic jacket is the fact that this also has a nylon sleeve. It's a 600 denier nylon sleeve that covers the sleeve and the chest. So you have a little bit of the added protection of nylon along with the airflow of mesh. And the hard CE armor is available in this jacket too. This one just has pads, which let's give an honorable mention to pads too. Yeah. Better is armor, pads are good, but armor is definitely better.
Moving up in the line, we now have what we would call the best option for the mesh jacket category. These are going to be jackets that have your full mesh jacket to be able to flow that air and keep you cool. They're also going to have that windproof, water-resistant, or waterproof liner depending on the brand. And then on the very inside, you're going to have a layer of warmth. An insulated liner that you can zip in and zip out in order to keep you warm down to, say, 50 degrees.
And you probably want to look for a jacket that you can use both of those liners together, either one or neither one, for the maximum versatility.
Now, speaking of maximum versatility, I'm going to go one step above the best here. This is the Flex jacket from Tourmaster, and it offers you lots of things you're not going to find in any other jacket. As you can see, the entire outside layer of this jacket is Carbolex. What's that going to do? It's going to give you a little bit more abrasion resistance than you're going to find with the general mesh.
It's a completely removable outer shell, So you get the waterproof nylon jacket on the outside and then the mesh jacket underneath. You can unzip the outer layer and have your mesh jacket underneath to make it really 2 jackets in one, or maybe even 3, because it also has the quilted removable liner as well.
When it comes to covering your hands and keeping them cool in the summertime, we've got a variety of gloves here in front of us that will suit that purpose.
Yeah, there are a lot of different options available for lightweight, wind-moving gloves that will help keep your hands cool and comfortable. You don't have to sacrifice comfort for protection either.
When it comes to riding pants and being cool in the summer, there's lots of options as well, almost identical to the jackets.
Definitely. You'll find a lot of the same features, like our Flex jacket, for example, that has a removable outer nylon shell. The Flex pant also has a removable outer nylon shell with a mesh pant underneath. So you remove the nylon, you've got a mesh pant underneath. It zips to the hip so you can wear it as an overpant or not. It also has a waterproof liner, so there are a lot of things that you can look for in a warm weather riding pant. Mesh pants, they really work. You want to keep your legs and your lower extremities cool. It really is a good way to go.
So in summary, you've got mesh jackets by themselves. You've got mesh jackets with wind stopper liners. You've got mesh jackets that also have wind, water, and warmth built into them. We hope that this warm weather buying guide has been beneficial for you. Until next week, take care and ride safe.